Yeah, one of the things I was going to say was that one of the methods that Warren Buffett used to basically supercharge his returns, one of the things he did was in the early days, actually, a lot of people didn't know about was the fact that he would sell puts on positions that he was looking to buy into anyway. So basically, what would happen is, let's say he wanted to buy a certain company $5 below where it currently is, what would happen is that once it reached that price, he would then technically be forced to buy something he already wanted to buy, but then collect money for the very same thing they wanted to buy. So, if he just sold one contract, and even if we say that got executed first time, he would still save about 5% easily on his position. That's something that you could do realistically. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you add that up for every single position, and then if you also do the exact opposite for when you go to sell it, so then you sell a contract where you're forced to sell at a certain price, let's say you've got a price in mind, do the same thing, you could gain an extra 5-10% each way. And if it doesn't trigger that price, well, you weren't keen to buy so much at at a higher price anyway, so it works out well either way. It's something that you're going to do anyway. It's obviously something he can't do now because of the just scale he's working at. I mean, he's managing, hundreds of billions of dollars with Berkshire Hathaway, but it's definitely something that he used to do, and that wasn't talked about enough. I know it's not the main sort of investing concept, but you're having very low risk because if you're already planning to buy it at that price, there's very low risk there. Let's say the only realistic downside I could see is it potentially is subject to a freak event that could have happened over a day, which you potentially could have stopped you from buying, but realistically that almost never happens. And if it did, most of the time would have been too late because you would have owned the position anyway. Um, so yeah, that's the only real potential downside I could see. And you're sort of being rewarded for something you could do, you're planning to do already. That's sort of the way I see it anyway.